Expedition 33, dude, to me, is that game 10 years from now, when you're in the morning brewing your coffee and pouring it in your cup, and you whisper to yourself, for those who come after, that's the type of game this is, bro. This is one of the best games that has released in the past 5 years. Maybe even 10 years, dude.
You will not play a better video game than this. There is, I don't care, like, there's gonna have to be the greatest game released this year for it to not be Game of the Year. And if this doesn't win Game of the Year, I'm taking hostages. It's just that simple.
It blew all of my expectations out of the water. This game deserves all of the hype and all of the success that it's receiving and more. Whatever you're expecting from all of the headlines, you get more. I couldn't imagine a game hooking me like this at my age. I have not been hooked by a game like this in years. The last time I was so invested in a game where I would go around talking to every single character I could find in it was Mass Effect 2. And the last time that I was this addicted to a game, just wanting to play it all the time, was with Elden Ring. That's pretty good company to be in for both of those categories. This game is something special.
I wanted to make a video telling you how much I love this game. Just in case, if you've been hearing the hype, if you haven't heard anything about it, and you're bored and you're waiting for the PoE 1 League, which I'm guessing it's not even coming till June. We got nothing to do right now. I think this is by far the best playthrough that you could do. I'm willing to put my reputation on the line.
It has been a long time, and I mean a really long time, since a game has come along and truly captured my complete undivided attention. Sure, there's been a string of great games that have come and gone, but there's something special about a chosen few every couple of years that makes you pause and just go, wow. Expedition 33 is now on my not top 50, not top 25, but my top 5 games I have ever played.
Expedition 33 is a turn-based RPG with one of the best stories I've seen in gaming. Fucking period.
Expedition 33 has so much heart. It really does. You can genuinely feel that these developers threw everything they had into this game. And seeing as this is their first game that they made, I cannot wait to see what these guys are going to do after. You know, we get a lot of good games. We get some great ones. But every once in a while, we get one of those games that just knocks you off your seat. It just takes your breath away. And I've had a lot of breathless moments when I've been playing Expedition 33. And it's great to see these developers get the recognition that they deserve and also see their work rewarded. And I think they're going to continue to be rewarded, to be honest with you. We're going to be seeing them at the Game Awards. I'm going to tell you that right now.
This game is so close to perfect, actually, to the point where I almost feel bad for Sandfall Interactive, the developers here, because they have made something so unbelievably good that their next project is going to have so many eyes and such high expectations on it. I really don't know how you can even top a game like this. I have a lot of faith in this team now because of how good this game is, but man, it is a daunting task to have something this good as your first project. Like, there's so little to improve on. It really is that close to just being the perfect turn-based RPG experience. I love this game. I think this is easily a Game of the Year contender. Easily a contender for Game of the Year. If it's not in the conversation for Game of the Year, something is truly wrong with the industry. It is corrupt and foul, rotten to the core. I absolutely love this game. It is comfortably in the top 20 best games I've ever played. It is in my top 20 favorite games of all time. I love Expedition 33. I could gush about this for hours, like actually talking about the story and stuff, but I don't want to get into any spoilers or anything, but there's just so much to unpack with it, so much to talk about. It's such a beautifully tragic, enthralling experience. So, yes, I think this game lives up to the hype. I think it exceeds it in every possible aspect. Expedition 33 is a masterpiece.
I think you should play this game. I'm willing to put my reputation on the line. I have heard almost nobody who played it who didn't like it or who refunded it or anything like that. You can buy it on Steam. Again, I don't have a code. I don't get anything if you buy it, but I'll put the link down below if you want to check it out. One of the best games I've played in the last 10 years, probably around in my top 10 list of all games all time. This is probably going to rank about 10th best video game ever for me, any era, any genre. I love this game, and if any of the developers are out there, if you make a DLC or if you make another game, if you want anybody to test your game and help you or anything like that, I would love to do it, and I'll do it for free.
The Oracle told me that the Game of the Year 2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. Studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets. And furthermore, the people in charge forbade them from cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design. They didn't treat their developers like numbers on a spreadsheet. They didn't treat their players as users to exploit. And they didn't make decisions they knew were short-sighted and function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put the game and the team first, the revenue will follow. They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun. They understood the value of respect, that if they treated their developers and players well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all, they cared about their game because they loved games.
I didn't think I could feel that way again. Fast forward 3 years, and I finally found a game that made me feel that way again. That game is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I had my eye on this game ever since I saw it at the Xbox Game Showcase last year, and every single trailer since had just looked incredible. It got to a point where I was like, there's no way this thing could be real. There's no way it's this good. There's gotta be some catch. 25 hours later, with much more to come on my second playthrough, there is no catch. Expedition 33 is one of the greatest video games I've ever played in my entire life. It is a masterpiece in every sense of the word. It's everything that gaming used to be, should be, and can be. And furthermore, it is a game that this industry desperately needs to see. Every once in a while, video game God sends down his chosen one to show the masses the error of their ways and to save them from certain doom. Expedition 33 is that chosen one because this is the antithesis of everything that has been plaguing the industry these last few years. We have seen studios ballooning their staff to hundreds, even thousands of employees. The guys who made this, Sandfall Interactive, 33 people.
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
Okay, 34 if you count the dog. Development costs and budgets have gotten so much higher that games had to be raised to $70, with platforms like Nintendo and Xbox raising the price of their new games to $80 and $90 for some physical Switch 2 games. You, by the way. Some developers even hope that GTA 6 will be $100 so they can also justify themselves raising prices because games have gotten too expensive to make. Expedition 33, $50. Just because the developers want as many people to play the game as possible.
I have never loved you more.
I don't know what the budget of this game is, but I don't think an indie team of over 30 people is getting more than 80 million. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And do you know what the result is? A game that looks like this, a world that looks like this, and 2 million copies sold in just 12 days for a turn-based RPG in the year of our Lord 2025. And the kicker to all this? A lot of these guys, including the game director, worked at Ubisoft. The director, Guillaume Broche, so sorry if I butchered that, his last game, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Tom Gillerman, the co-founder and chief technology officer, was last working on Beyond Good and Evil 2, aka the 9th layer of development hell. Florian Torres, the senior gameplay programmer, also Beyond Good and Evil 2, and Skull and Bones. Thibault Leblanc, another level designer who worked at Ubisoft Berlin.
No! It can't be! No! No!
You know how everybody, including myself, feels about Ubisoft, and these guys leave and make this. Kind of dispels my Ubisoft devs aren't talented hypothesis.
I'm sorry!
This game shows that whatever the hell is happening at these massive AAA studios, it's not working, and their talent is being wasted in the process. Expedition 33 could have been a game made by Ubisoft, but they chose to let these guys rot on projects that went nowhere or into the ground. Oh, and by the way, the lead writer for this game, Jennifer Svedberg Yen, doesn't have any credits before this, and she crafted a story that is one of the greatest I've ever seen in any video game. It's at least top 10. I've already said KCD2 embarrassed the industry this year for how good it was. I'm not using the same title for this video, but we got another one.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
Everybody watching this video right now, if you have not played Expedition 33 yet, I am once again on my knees right now begging you, go play this game.